What's up, everybody? It's Thegoal60 here for Friday, May the 10th, 2019. So yesterday, we didn't have anything official starting up. We do today. We've actually got several games starting up and potentially a couple more once the lines come out. We have a potential revenge play. It's not going to make it due to RPI, but we'll talk about it. Also, the over-unders, we had a few of those start up yesterday. We'll talk about how they did and all the new ones starting up today. So like I said, we did have a potential revenge play. It's 2 series in a row that Miami has been a potential revenge, and both times they've missed out because they're in the bottom 3 of the RPI. Currently, Miami's at .430. They wouldn't have made it even if they wasn't in the bottom 3 just because of the distance. And the Mets are at .486, so way too big of a gap there for us to make it a play no matter what. Them being in the bottom 3 is a sure pass. The RPI system has several plays starting up, 2 of which we're waiting on lines to come out, and I'll go over those first just because they could either be official or unofficial. The first one is Milwaukee and Chicago. Milwaukee's in the top 3 at .550, while Chicago's at .539. You look at the line, and there is a money line out there, and Milwaukee is the underdog today. So we're waiting on that run line to come out to see if it's going to be within our range. If it does, and it is within our range, then we're going to hit it hard, and it will be the first play. The next one we're going to talk about is Cleveland and Oakland. Cleveland is at .498, while Oakland's in the bottom 3 at .463. You look at Cleveland here, there's not a line. They don't even have it listed, so I don't know what's going on with that game. It may have got rained out, and I just hadn't found the article talking about when it's going to be made up or whatnot. I'm not sure, so I'm waiting to see what happens there. If something does come out, then of course we'll be looking at it, but if not, we'll just have to see if it's even going to be played. After that, we've also got several games that are going to be official plays, and the first one's going to be Cincinnati and San Francisco. So remember, this was the series last weekend that caused us to lose in our over-under stuff. We'll see what happens this weekend with them. Right now, we're going to look at the RPI. Cincinnati's at .474. San Francisco's at .491. Look at the price. San Francisco is the underdog at home here. And so you look at that, it's -132 on the run line. That's who we'll be taking as first, is San Francisco on the run line. Next up, San Diego and Colorado. San Diego's at .520, Colorado at .487. Look at the price. San Diego's actually the underdog on the road, and it's almost identical to the San Francisco line, -134. That becomes the second play. Philadelphia at .488. Versus the Royals at .466. You look at Philadelphia's price, they're at -144. We'll believe in the pitcher today and see if he can't get it done and get us a win there for the Phillies. Next up, Seattle and Boston. Seattle's at .501 with Boston at .484. Look at the price. Seattle is at the underdog here, of course, on the road. They had a bad series against the Yankees. Therefore, hopefully they can get it turned around here before they go back home. And their run line is -121. So we're looking for them to keep it close, if not get an outright win with the run line at -121. The White Sox are tied. They're actually 4 from the bottom, but they're tied with the bottom 3 and at .464. Toronto is at .480. You look at Toronto, they're -128. That's who we're going with today in that game. And then that wraps up all the official plays. We got 2 unofficial plays, didn't make it due to price. The first one, the Angels at .483 versus Baltimore at .464, and in the bottom 3. You look at the price, the Angels are -181, way too expensive for us. Detroit and Minnesota. Detroit is .477. The Twins are at .543. You look at the price, and it's expensive as well, -216 for the Twins there. So therefore, those 2 unofficial plays will start up today as well. We are waiting on that one unofficial play from yesterday. The Dodgers, they got shut out yesterday at home by the Nationals. Hopefully they can bounce back today and get us a win, and also an over. The unofficial plays yesterday did go 2-1, so it's a decent day there. And now we'll talk about the over-unders. So we got a couple of these left over from yesterday, and then of course that one game with Cleveland and Oakland that I can't get a line on of any sort, and we're waiting to see what happens when it drops, if it drops. So Cleveland, Oakland, Cleveland's at -0.09. Oakland is at .34. That's a total of .25. Definitely looking at the under there. and if it comes out and it is the right number. 2 plays left over from yesterday, that Washington and the Dodgers game. I need over 8 today. Atlanta and Arizona need over 8.5. The new ones starting up today. The first one, Milwaukee and Chicago. Milwaukee at 0.69. Chicago Cubs at negative 0.17. You look at the total, that's 0.52. And so you're definitely looking at the under here. And so waiting to see what that line is also when it comes out. Nothing but a money line out for Chicago. After that, Cincinnati and San Francisco, we're going to try this again. This time we're looking at the overs because Cincinnati is at negative 0.25, but San Francisco is at 2.46. That's good for 2.21. So we're looking at over and at 7.5. Hopefully they can hit that. If they do any kind of scoring like they did last weekend, we won't have an issue there. Miami and the Mets. Miami's at negative 0.1. The Mets are at 0.2. So that's a differential of 0.1. So you're looking at the under. It is 7. It barely made into that parameter there of 6.5 or below. We're not touching it. But under 7 for that game is what we're looking at. Then we've got Detroit and Minnesota. Almost did it again right there. Almost did Detroit and Michigan. The Tigers are at 1.57. The Twins at 0.42. Add them together, that's 1.99. You're looking at the over. It's 9. It barely made it on the top side of that. So we'll look at the over here. New York and Tampa Bay. New York at 0.88. Tampa Bay at 0.37. Combine those, that's 1.25. And you're looking at over 7.5. So a good number there. Hopefully they can get that done pretty quick. There were several other series starting up today, but they all missed because of fitting inside that parameter of, between 0.8 and 0.6, or because the line, a couple of them had overs looked at, and then you look at the line, it was 10. It's way too high for us, so we'll see, skip out on those and go with that. But that's 9 series, including the 2 from yesterday. We've got, several RPI games going on. We got a lot of action going on today to watch and play, and we'll see how we do. Hopefully we can have a good weekend. Hope you have a great Friday. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.
60% of the time, it works every time.